Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is a little energy update. Let's see what's coming in. All right, a little crossroads energy. We have someone about to make a decision. It's about stepping up to the plate. I feel if someone doesn't step up to the plate, two people could be going their separate ways. But it's also an energy of someone who has, it's a release and renew energy. So someone who's been on a particular path is leaving that behind, ready to move forward on another path. In other words, ready for new. Yeah, it's about giving and receiving. Someone may be no longer giving to or talking to someone here, but it has to do with the person making a decision to reach out, to step up to the plate. Someone's been sitting on this fence in between two worlds. Yeah, we have a person who's moving rather slow. They're assessing a situation, looking at every detail. Yeah, we got a person. This person's ready for new. They're emotionally open, available. Nice. Yeah, they're feeling pretty confident too. They're coming in to take the lead. It's just a person who's, ready for love. They're open. They feel emotionally ready. They have been taking their time assessing. This person is sincere, and this is also what they're looking at, is sincerity. Wow. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, it's a person seeing truth in a situation, a little aha moment. So there is a decision, a judgment, but it is often out with the old, in with the new. And it is a healing, but it is about stepping up to the plate at the same time. Yeah, look at that. Someone's just trusting their inner knowing. They already know the answers they're seeking. Some of you might know who this is. I do see privacy and seeing truth. It's often someone who wants to communicate. Yeah, it's a person who sees opportunity. Now, this is someone who often looks to see how a situation will play out. So it's a person who knows a good thing when they see it. They've been assessing. Yeah, moving kind of slow, but it's about the path being clear. Yeah, it's all about moving forward. Has to do with long-term stability, partnering up. It's about two people being there for each other long-term. So it does have to do definitely with stepping up to the plate. Following through. Tell me about this King of Cups. What does this person want here? What do they want? Yeah, they're kind of pinned down by their thoughts. They're just thinking. Now, if this is someone who didn't respond to someone, they're probably thinking, oh no, what was I thinking? They're putting on the brakes, taking another look. Yeah. See, this is someone here just kind of at that crossroads. But this is someone getting out of their head too, because I can see, what was I thinking? They put on the brakes. See, now they're taking another look. And it could be either person, either energy. There's definitely several energies. But this is a person who literally has taken a time out, a break. Maybe they didn't respond to someone, and it could be because they needed to make some sort of decision. But I feel they're confident. Yeah, this is a person wanting to build. I do think this is someone who's been needing a lot of rest. If they didn't reciprocate, they could be sleeping. This is someone who's working. See, this is about long-term stability. They're focused on their money. And it is an energy of working. This is often even someone who works in their sleep. So this person is definitely, I feel it's like, not only are they preparing emotionally, but it's about taking control, taking the lead. They are determined to succeed, but they want to build. They've already gone within. They've already made up their mind. They want to build. But if it is someone who didn't reciprocate, they're like, oh no, what was I thinking? You see? But yeah, I can see a lot of energy. Someone who works a lot, determined to achieve a goal. And it could be someone who literally is working in their sleep or needs more sleep. Yeah, see, we have the Empress. This shows the energy of new. This is often the Empress energy. Someone who's open, available. See, making themselves available. I think this is someone who's open, available to talk at most any time. Yeah. But like I feel, it's almost like someone's keeping score. Every time someone doesn't reciprocate, or respond, maybe quickly. But it is an energy of this person being open. See, they're telling, I think it's this person, maybe took their power back from this person at some point. And then this person's like, oh no, what was I thinking, right? Why didn't I respond? I think it's just a person who's working. I feel they need sleep. I do. And they just haven't been taking any action. But I do think this is someone making up their mind. And I really feel they're coming in. It's connecting with this person. So this is someone looking at this different as well. Yeah, give this person an opportunity. Just let them take the lead. Yeah. I feel like this person might be a little bit thinking the other person's going to maybe move on here because they're open. Yeah, it's a person who's definitely open. But see, they're open to receive from this person. I see kindness, compassion. Someone who cares. This is often someone who can be very understanding. Yeah, see, it's somebody who understands, I feel. Because it is about staying in control of the emotions, not being ruled by them. Look, see, let this person come in. They need to step up to the plate. They need to build that foundation. It's all about putting in effort. See, they've already made up their mind. See, they want to build. They already have, but they're working, building. I feel it's someone who needs sleep. But they are, if at some point, you know, this person didn't respond, they're like, aha, oh no, now they're looking for other options, or they're going to keep their options open. Yeah, it's a person thinking about stuff, but I feel they've already made up their mind they want to build. Yeah. Yeah, they're juggling. See, this is someone juggling. They could be robbing Peter to pay Paul because there's a lot of focus on money, but they're juggling. Yeah. But this person's kind of like, well, should I or shouldn't I, you know? I think it's like, do they love me? Do they not? Are they interested? But they are juggling. I do think this is someone struggling to keep their life balanced. And it is about offering up the pentacles. See, building the foundation, making some sort of commitment. They're committed to succeed. They've already made up their mind. They want this to go to the next level. But I feel whatever happened here was when someone didn't reciprocate. Yeah, and it's like there was no talk for a bit here. But see, there's interest. See, this is about things growing, building. They want to build. They want to grow. They want to... for this to blossom. See, they want to grow with you. They want to build. So this is about being kind, compassionate, understanding. Don't be ruled by the emotion. Okay? Because I definitely see a lot of emotion. Let this person take the lead. See, just being open to receive. I wouldn't be surprised this is someone doing something, maybe a little gift. They're looking at options and opportunities here. Trying to do. They're going to show. It could be a gift of some sort too, to show that they're interested, to kind of solidify it. But it is about putting the best foot forward. Yeah, they're a little worried the other person. See, they're looking at this kind of, well, you know, is this, and I feel both people are kind of doing the same thing. But what's happening here is this is someone feels the other person's they're living their best life. They're going to go off and, you know, connect with someone else. Now, if this isn't the Empress, the energy of the Empress trying to, I mean, it's just an energy of new. It's an energy of being open to offers, opportunities, ideas. And that's why I feel there's no commitment here. But it has to do with this person feeling the other person's going off on their own, going to go down a different path. So they're really struggling and juggling here. And probably work and play. See, work, no play. Yeah, this is someone who wants to play. They want to have some fun. They want to get together. Yeah. So I feel like it's about being understanding. Yeah, this is someone who doesn't have a whole lot of time. I feel like sleeping. They need rest. Yeah, it's a person who's been very busy, but this person's looking at it from this perspective. Well, been there, done that. You know, they're not coming in. They're not going to put their best foot forward. And, you know, because this is somebody this has to do with a person stepping up to the plate. This is someone who's waiting for them to do that. The Empress is often patient and often not ruled by their emotions. So I do feel there's understanding. But you can see this has to do with options, opportunities coming in. That's what this person's thinking. They feel like they need to hurry up. But I do think this is someone who gets a little bit overwhelmed. Yeah, a little bit overwhelming. Yeah, rinse and repeat. This is someone choosing their battles. I think you got a person who's really trying to accomplish something here. See, it's all about putting down the foundation. Like, I wonder if they're, I mean, to me, it looks like they're choosing their battles. And it's also how someone's going to choosing their words. See, it's about thinking this through. But I think this person's focusing on long-term stability. See, the money. They're assessing the situation, their financial situation. And I do think they struggle. They're juggling. Yeah. They want to lay that foundation. I feel like it's coming. Yeah. See, you're going to get your cup filled. Just telling you to stay positive. Like, whoever this person is, like, I feel they are choosing their battles. They're dealing with priorities. They have things that are priorities they just can't ignore. Okay? They have to deal with it. So, like I say, they do know they need to kind of hurry up here. This is somebody, because this person's, I feel, a little bit impatient. The Empress is patient. This is someone who's mastered that energy. So, yeah. See, it's about spending time together, doing things together. Yeah. It's all about this person, I feel, kind of getting ready to come together, to be able to spend time together. There is a need to cooperate and compromise. Someone doesn't have a lot of time to sacrifice. But I wouldn't be surprised this person's making a choice, because they're looking at how this will all play out. They've already made up their mind what they're doing, what they're trying to accomplish. It's about coming together, going down this path. See, they want to fill your cup. They want to give you something. I wouldn't be surprised it's a gift. Because I feel they've made up their mind. They've already gone within. They see opportunity. They know a good thing, but it's about opportunities, and there's choices this person has to make. They have financial opportunities, obligations. Yeah. Tell me about the Knight of Swords. Yeah. See, this is the energy of hope. You know, are the feelings mutual? Do they feel the same? Are they interested or not? You know, this person, and they're juggling. Juggling and struggling, constantly thrown off balance. But there is hope that the feelings are mutual. Yeah. Don't give up hope, because like I say, this person, they're doing what they need to do. They have priorities. They have things they have obligations. And they have made up their mind. So I feel, you know, this is about just trusting your inner knowing. It's about becoming aware, you know. Yeah. I like this energy, because I do feel this is someone putting on the brakes, letting go of control. See, release and control. Let this person take the lead when they're ready. Yeah, they definitely want to spend time together. This person has skills, they have goals, things they need to accomplish, but they are going to create opportunity to spend time together. So you're going to get your cup filled. They're just getting themselves ready. They've made up their mind. See, they're very goal-oriented. Now, if you have a choice between two, and I do see that for some of you, okay, making a choice, one of these may not be in your best interest, okay, but you have to decide, because it has to do with the star. This is about looking at the reality of the situation. See, things getting real. Things don't always turn out as expected, and it could be happening to this person. You know, things don't always turn out the way they expect it to. So they're always rushing, but they certainly don't want you to get away. And they know what they want too. But if you have a choice between two, like I say, one of these may not be what you want. There could be something lacking. But you can see this, you know what, it's kind of sad, because this is a person who feels they don't have enough money, or like they're not good enough. You feel like they're ghosting you, ignoring you, but I feel they're dealing with their issues. Like lack and loneliness. They feel like you're leaving them behind. So they're working really hard to keep up. because they know what they want. See, they have to come in and take control, take the lead. They know what's expected. But this is stuff coming up, financial stuff too. But they definitely feel like you're leaving them behind, because this is someone who doesn't like to be ghosted or ignored. It's disrespectful. But I don't feel like, I feel there's this energy of understanding. Someone sees somebody as kind, compassionate, and understanding, and if you're comparing this person to someone else, nothing likely compares, because this is about kindness, compassion, and understanding. This is how this, and I feel this is two people in that energy. So if you have a person who's very demanding and controlling, they kind of want things their way. And if you are comparing this person to someone else, maybe why it never went to the next level, why two people went their separate ways. But I really feel kindness, compassion. I feel like you're going to get your cup filled. And I still feel the energy of this person really determined to succeed. That they know what's expected. Just let them take the lead. Then you'll know for sure, right? But I feel like you're going to get your cup filled. Yeah. I think this person's just trying to juggle, and they're worried that you're going to go off on a different path. It's like you're living your best life. You're having a good time. But I just feel kindness, compassion, and understanding can go a long way. Tell me more about this Ace of Cups. See, this is someone crushing, longing for love. I feel like some of you got someone who's loved you for a long time, and maybe even vice versa. But this is that being left out in the cold. See, someone needs to let go of this negative thinking. Just release it and let it go. It no longer serves. But if you do have a person you feel it's not going to go the distance, it's not going to go to the next level, you don't feel like it's going to go anywhere, this is when it's the energy of moving on. Yeah. Because it is about, you can see this is an energy of someone who definitely longs for love, someone who's loved someone for a long time. For most of you, it's this person, but they see opportunity. They know a good thing. See, they're taking opportunities that are being presented to them to do with work. This person may have been juggling, struggling financially, but it's about overcoming it. See what this person's doing. They're trying to do this for you. Yeah, they're feeling very confident. They're taking the initiative. I see a lot of kindness, compassion, and understanding. See, this is what this person I felt has dealt with a past relationship, somebody who wasn't kind, compassionate, or understanding. There's someone who may even left this person out in the cold, started ignoring them because they're juggling, they're struggling, And this is someone rinse and repeat. But some of you from the other perspective, it's like someone who keeps coming back around doing the same thing. It never goes to the next level. But I really feel like you have a person who's already made up their mind. They're determined to succeed. King of Wands energy, but it's an energy of being open, emotionally available. Yeah, look at that. See, it's all about goals, the things that they're hoping to achieve. They want to come into this. See, it's about pride getting in the way, being able to provide. This is someone who definitely won't let someone else provide. At least not right off the get-go, but they also see what two people bring to the table, what you can achieve. So definitely I feel this is someone who's overcome a lot. They've reached a lot of goals. Yeah, absolutely. Someone who deserves a pat in the back for the goals they've achieved. But this is someone who's achieved more, maybe in the less amount of time. Who knows, right? But this is about the understanding, kindness and understanding, compassion. So I really like this energy. Yeah, see, it's all about getting the cup filled where both people get what they want. It's just a matter of somebody catching up to somebody, because they definitely don't want this person to get away, but they have priorities, because if you want somebody to provide, then they're always busy working. Can't have it both ways, right? Yeah, I think this person's really, I feel strongly they're really looking, see opportunity. And I do think this person's trying to maybe purchase something or buy something here, maybe a gift to solidify the deal, to show you that they're committed to this. And some of you, this is what you want, some sort of commitment. Yeah. And if you are someone who's made up your mind, and you feel you got a choice in one of these people, you don't see it going the distance. Maybe they, you know, they aren't dealing with their finances, because you can flip this energy. So it's all about making a choice. The Empress is always open to talk, to communicate. And this is positive reinforcement too. This understanding, see? It's about understanding. Yeah, it's a person coming in to talk, to ask someone out. It's about communicating. And it's someone who speaks truth. Yeah, so someone who's going to speak truth. So it's all about learning. But it's an energy of a person who... This is someone who's overthinking, and I do think they're overthinking a situation. They are wise. They have experience. They kind of know what's expected. They know what's expected of them. Yeah. But this is someone where things happen unexpectedly, because you can't always plan and prepare for everything. Like, I feel this person, they could be a business owner, or they just have a lot going on. But what this person is doing is they're planning, preparing to be able to provide. Yeah. And it is an energy of a person who's broke free from something that's held them back. Something was holding this person back. But they are, I feel they've made up their mind. It's someone who just needed a little time out to think. And I do see someone who has a lack of sleep, lack of rest, because they're literally working in their sleep. They're working. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so it's all about kindness, compassion, understanding. See, they're manifesting everything they desire, making sure that, see, they're pre-manifesting, preparing, because they know what's expected. They know what's coming next is a commitment. Yeah. See, a little mirroring too. And this is why when the energies do that, you can see the mirroring. There's understanding. There's kindness, compassion. I feel there's just this beautiful energy of both people manifesting what you desire, but it has to do with communicating. So the only issue I feel that needs to be dealt with is communication, communicating. Because it is disrespectful if somebody doesn't respond. So it's all about that. So we have a person looking, they're learning. This is someone learning about somebody, you know, what they like, what they don't like. But they're manifesting and preparing themselves for this. They know what's, I feel like it's telling you to just be patient a little bit with this person. Yeah, because I do think they're making some sort of choice here, life path choice decision. And I do see possible gift, see, to build a foundation, to solidify, to make some sort of commitment. See, they can't commit to something yet. There's stuff going on that this person needs to deal with, priorities. If you want someone who provides, then they have to deal with the priorities when it comes to work and money. Yeah, look at that. See, kindness, compassion, peace. This is two people going to be at peace. This person will bring peace to your life. In fact, I feel like you're bringing peace to this person. This is the King and Queen of Cups here. But they have the King of Wands. This is somebody, it's a very masculine energy. It's very determined. They like to feel like they're in control. So hand over the reins, let them take control, let them deal with what they need to do. Yeah, really nice though. But you know what's interesting the most too is the temperance. See, reaching out, a little test here. It's looking to, they're looking to see if the coast is clear, but it's all about patience, understanding, this very peaceful, bringing peace, right? These are two people, I feel, you're going to be at peace with whatever comes your way here. I really do. Yeah, and look at that. This could have to do with someone in another community, but there's good news here. See, talking, communicating. This is someone who'd be proud to introduce you to their friends and family, and that could be where it's you're waiting to meet their friends and their family. They would be proud to. Yeah. This person is like, they're really, really trying. Really, really, I feel trying here. Yeah, but I think this person's a little worried that you're out there living your best life, socializing. See, if they reach out to you and you don't respond, this person starts to think you're out there hanging out with your friends and family, having a great time, or you're on social media, you know, and someone's going to come in and offer you what they aren't ready to offer. It's not like they don't want to. I feel you're going to get a gift from this person because it is about showing you. They want to show you something. See, King and Queen of Pentacles energy. I know that King of Pentacles is going to come. See, a person being very gracious, very patient, very gracious. See, this is someone who's been there, done that. See, you know what this person's dealing with. They're overwhelmed. They're busy, working in their sleep, work, no time for play. And that's what this person's actually planning and preparing for. They're focused on a very positive. They see this could go the distance. Yeah. See, all work, no play. So it's about, I feel this person's just preparing for that. For a little bit of time off, a much needed rest. So there it is. Just being very gracious, patient. This is someone just doing their own thing, focused on their own life. Yeah, keeping themselves balanced. I feel this person struggles with balancing everything. Where this is somebody, the Empress is very balanced. This is someone who can keep their life balanced. Yeah, they struggle with that a little bit. Yeah. But this is where you're kind and compassionate, see, being understanding. This is things being learned, doing things by the book. I see schedules, routines, structure. Someone has a lot of self-discipline. I feel this person does, but they kind of have their own way of doing things. So whatever works for them. But I do think there's going to be talk. They want to talk. Make sure you're on the same page. And it is about this person making a commitment. They have commitments, obligations. They have to deal with them, priorities. You know, this is how you put food on the table, a roof over the head, long-term planning. See, this is someone who could be building a business. And it's definitely an energy, with this Cancer energy, a lot of expansion. So there's going to be a lot of people, and also Aquarius is affected by this as well. And this could be any place in your chart, but it depends how much it'll affect you. Yeah, this expansion. I think it lasts until March, but I'm not sure. Maybe May. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of this. Taking opportunities when they're presented to you, because things could dry up. All of a sudden there could be lack of work. You see, that's what this person I feel is looking at. But look at that. It is about commitment, loyalty, and faith. They have faith in themselves to make the right choices. This person's respected by people in their community. They get things done. They are slow and steady, but they do quality. See, there's quality, something unique. This person does something unique, but they're very, very good at it. Take care. Bye for now.